We're starting to get some reports from the National Weather Service indicating that this storm that's moving into the Albuquerque area over the next several days may be fairly severe. They're predicting the temperatures could fall well below zero with this storm that's coming into Albuquerque. They're also predicting potentially several inches of snow, but actually it could also be snow over ice. If the storm comes in where it puts down some rain first and then freezes and then has snow over the top of it, it could certainly make for some difficult driving conditions and some difficult time for folks in our community. We've got 25 dump trucks with plows and spreaders ready to go, along with 8 pickup trucks on standby. The Office of Emergency Management will be closely watching the storm at the Emergency Operations Center on the west side. The Albuquerque Police Department will have our Coast team, that's our outreach team to the homeless community, and working with the shelters to make sure that we do our very best to keep those who might be exposed to the storm safe and warm. It's also important that the entire community prepare for a storm like this, that if it does turn out to be a real nasty storm. In the event that the roads are snow or ice covered, please, motorists, take time to give yourself some extra time for your trip so we're not in a hurry. People shouldn't drive if it gets too bad unless they need to for school or work. Let's take care of our pets during a storm if it gets bad out there. Pets should be kept indoors and have adequate supply of food and water. And not necessarily more than anything, but a high level of regard should be given for neighbors looking out for their neighbors. Let's make sure that if you live next to someone who's elderly, to check in with them and make sure that they're doing fine and don't need anything. And businesses and residents also need to make sure that the thermostats are turned up after hours so we don't have a lot of pipes freezing around town if we can avoid that. So, if the weather turns bad, we'll be updating the media on a regular basis, and everybody should tune in to their local news outlets to get the latest on what's going on with the storm. We will be updating it as time goes on. Once again, we don't know if it'll be a bad storm, but we're getting indications that it might be. We just want to make sure that we're prepared as a community and make sure that we all have our resources in order and know where we're going to get our information in case things do turn bad with the storm.